Making more money at work is directly correlated to how much value you can bring. And how much value you bring is correlated to how many problems you can solve and how complex those issues are. And so, most of us, when we run into a problem, when we can't solve something, we just start hoping and praying. When in reality, what we really need is a system to predictably solve problems so that we can continually become more valuable in the marketplace. So, in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through a proven system that's used by thousands of entrepreneurs all over the world, but it's not used by very many people who are just working a normal career. And so, if you're able to apply this knowledge and use it in your career, you're going to become more valuable at your company. You're going to make more money. You're going to get more promotions. You're going to be given more responsibility, and you're going to have a better life for it. So, let's walk through the problem solving. Now, first of all, I want to give credit where credit's due. This system, this way, this strategy of solving problems comes from a guy named Gino Wickman in a book called Traction. He came up with something called the Entrepreneurial Operating System, and it's something that entrepreneurs have put into place across the world. I think thousands and thousands and thousands of entrepreneurs have used this system, but he has a little part of it. It's called IDS, and it's the way that you solve problems. And this is what I want you to apply. This is what I want you to take away in this video. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to walk you through the different parts of the system and the way to solve problems. And I'm going to show you a real life example that I've actually used this in that helped me to bring more value, and it actually led to a promotion and a raise for me. So let's walk through it. First of all, the system is called IDS. IDS. That stands for identify, discuss, and solve. Identify, discuss, and solve. So let's cover identify first. You have to identify the true root of the problem. Most of the problems that we face in day to day in our work are actually symptoms of the real issue. The D in IDS stands for discuss. So this is where you have to think who, not how. You know, a lot of times we want to solve problems on our own when in reality we need some collaboration. We need someone else to help us think through the issue. And the best thing you can do is discuss what the issue is with somebody who is experienced. So they either know a solution or they know what the real root of the issue is. Discuss it with different people that you trust. Don't discuss it with people that are going to go talking about the issue with everybody, but discuss it with people you trust so that you can come to a solution that has a little bit more thought behind it. So you're going to identify, you're going to discuss, and then you're going to solve. And this is where you make a list of things you need to do. You make a plan to solve the problem, and then you attack that problem vigorously until it's solved. So IDS, identify, discuss, and solve. Now let me give you a real life example and walk you through exactly how I implemented this into problem solving, and how hopefully you'll find a way to implement it into your professional life as well. First of all, we were having an issue. Our sales team, we weren't reaching out, we weren't following up the way we needed to. And when you look at follow up, a lot of times, you think the issue is effort. You're just not giving the effort you need. When in reality, usually it's organization. Usually the real issue behind not having a lot of follow up is it's a lack of organization. It's a lack of a pipeline to follow up with everybody. Now, if you have the pipeline in place and you're still not following up, then it's laziness. But if you don't have the pipeline in place, it's going to be hard to follow up with everybody, especially if you're taking 5 to 7 sales calls a day like we are doing. So when I saw that issue, I had to identify the problem. The problem, the root cause of the issue was not effort by the team. Everyone wanted to make money. They wanted to be successful. And we actually work at a company where our mission is helping churches, and we're all Christians. And so it's like tied to our faith too. So we take it very seriously. So we had to identify what the real issue was. And what I found was, we don't have a pipeline for our sales team. So I identified the issue. That was the root cause. We didn't have the organization in place in order to make sure we were following up with every single person. So once I had identified that issue, now it was time to discuss. So what I did was I got on a call with the whole sales team. We discussed the issue. I said, okay, what are some solutions to this? Like what would you need in a sales pipeline to help you follow up? And so we discussed all the different parts of the pipeline, like each follow up, what that's going to look like, how many days goes by before we have that conversation. We really laid out the whole solution and we discussed it. And then at the end, we solved IDS. We identified, we discussed the problem, we discussed solutions, and then we solved the issue. And the solve was building out an entire pipeline in our CRM so that we can make sure we were following up with every single person. And so we went through that whole thing, and I used that to solve the issue. And once I solved the issue, my boss took notice. He said, "Man, thank you so much for doing that." It caused our numbers to go up. It also led to a promotion for me, right? I don't say that to impress you. I just want you to understand that the importance of problem solving cannot be understated, because if you're able to solve complex issues, it's going to lead to more value creation for your company. And when you create value for your company, you become indispensable. You become somebody who they need around. And when layoffs come, and there's times when in the future where AI is going to be replacing jobs, they are going to hold on to the creative problem solvers. And a lot of people say, well, I'm not a creative problem solver because I'm not creative. That's just not how I think. This is a system that you can run through all your issues and you can solve problems. Even if you're not creative, you can still creatively problem solve by following the identify, discuss it, and solve model. And if you'll do that, you'll bring incredible value to your company, and you'll also make a heck of a lot more money than you are currently. And this applies in any issue. In sales, what you're doing is you're just helping people solve their problems. So you have to identify what their problem is. You discuss what different solutions they've gone through and how maybe your solution can help best. And then you solve the problem and you drop the price, right? You can look through every type of problem solving. If you will identify it, discuss it, and solve it, you're going to see a lot of value created. So this is just a practical tool. I want you guys to use it. Use the IDS model when you're running through problems. If you found this helpful, my name's Thomas. I started this channel to help people just like you win at work, win at their career, so that you can get hired if you need to get hired, so you can get promoted, so you can make a lot more money. I want to teach you to be successful in your career. Because that's something I'm passionate about. I want to be successful in my career. So I hope this video helped you. If it did, go ahead and subscribe to this channel. I come out with a new video every single day, at least for the time being, every single weekday, just giving you quick little nuggets like this one. And like this video if it was helpful, and I'll see you in the next one.